Okay, thank you, Mr. Munyama. Good morning, colleagues. Yes, as Mr. Munyama earlier indicated, so this is going to be a very short proceedings of the boxing sponsorship signing, which is between the David NAMWANDI Trust and AC Boxing Promotions, which is taking place here at the Graduate Schools of Business, which is today, the 11th of February 2026. So it's my honor really to direct these proceedings and also just to welcome our invited guests and also just to lead through the proceedings. Before I start, I would just like to warmly acknowledge the David NAMWANDI Trust, specifically Prof. David Richard NAMWANDI, whose leadership continues to open doors for meaningful community impact. I would also equally like to acknowledge AC Boxing Promotions, specifically Mr. Paules here, whose role in boxing promotion we have all know he is one of the most active boxing promoter in the country and is doing a really great job. So just as well like to recognize our champion, Mr. Flame, special one, Angolo. I don't know what that special one will be at the later stage. We would want to know why it's special one. Really, we have been watching him grow in the ring, and we have seen his resilience, perseverance, and the growth in his boxing journey. Yes. So as we proceed today, I just want to remind us all to remember that this is not merely just a ceremonial event. It's a beginning of a partnership that carries responsibility and opportunity and all that. So with that said, I welcome you all to this signing ceremony. So we'll proceed with the program, as we can all see, and then just invite Mr. Paules Manuel to give an introduction of guest and boxer presentation and his remarks.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So even though today we are not at IUM, I almost say IUM is home, because I remember 2018, I met Prof. NAMWANDI. Anyway, he's from my village, from Akapia.
Okay.
So now every time I meet him, he say, hey, come in, way. Why you never call me? And then that time I was taking Paulus and Bunda to Singapore to fight for the world title, that was IBO. Then he said, if you don't come with the belt, never call my number. But if you come with the belt, come to my office. So we took Ambunda to Singapore. Then he captured the IBO Super Bantamweight World Championship. Then he came to his office there at IUM. And then he gave Ambunda $30,000 Namibian as a token of appreciation for putting Namibia in the world map. So Dr. NAMWANDI been supporting boxing, not only 2018, but back in the days, he used to support the likes of Mr. Nestor Tobias, Harry Simon. So he really been in the sport of boxing. So, and he's a very strict man, I know. So today we're here, and I'm really thankful for the team for hearing our voice, because we've been trying to get an assistant. As you know, running sport in this country, it's very, very difficult. Even now, we're sitting here with a soccer that doesn't have a stadium. We never watched Brave Warriors for the past how many years? Almost 2 to 3 years. And that's why it shows that sport is something that really needs support. And if the government cannot intervene, then those young people will just suffer and become something that we really don't want to mention. So AC Boxing started on the 18th of May, that was 2016. That's when we established the AC Boxing Academy. So I started with a lot of boxers, young boxers, including him. When he started boxing, he was actually 7.
7?
Yes, so I've been training
congratulations.
him. So he was a cadet, and then he matured to fight as a youth in the national team. And then he even had an opportunity to fight at the Olympic Games. That was in Brazil, not in Brazil, but in Argentina for the youth. But the country didn't send the team for Olympic qualify. So they missed out that, and then he turned professional, and he actually turned pro when he was 16.
Wow.
So we've been grooming him along with other boxers that we have in the gym, and of course the likes of Ambunda, That time he did not retire, Julius Ndongo. So all those boxers, when they become world champion, he was a young kid. And of course, it was because of the discipline that we're trying to instill in them.
Yeah.
And we all know it's very, very difficult to work with these young people. So, and then you can't babysit them on a daily basis.
Babysit.
So sometimes we have trying to speak life into them because
Yeah.
that's the only way. And you hear things happening here, hear things happen there, then you have
Yeah.
to call them again. So every day we have to be on there. Because young people, we know if they don't have guidance, a lot of things can happen.
Yeah.
So boxing saved a lot of life of these youngsters
Mm.
because most of them, they could have been in the street drinking alcohol and then even end up using drugs and so forth. So now, after we start grooming him, it was very difficult. Ever since we started, we never have a sponsor of this magnitude. Even though I still don't know how much the deal is going to be, but just to say that I've been pushing on my own from day one. We used to have a lot of people that used to assist us, but the late Dakapandi was also one of the people that committed to assist, especially with gym, because before we do events, we have a gym. And then to have a gym, you must have a facility where you rent and put those equipments and have all those kids to come together. So it was really, really difficult. But now I can see that when we are growing, also people are still watching and still see the impact that we do in the country. So Nangolo became the champion, I think when he was 20. He became the WBC Africa, and then we could not defend the titles, so it was trapped because we didn't have funds to pay the sanction fees. And then we built him again, and then he fought for another title, which is a WBA Pan Africa. So the Pan Africa, he fought for it, and then we move up again because the WBO is moving more fast, and it's also really paying attention to African boxer, because some of the organizations you might pay sanction fees, but they don't really recognize us as much as the WBO does. So then he fought for the WBO. His first fight was last year, March, and then he defended it in October or September. Was it up to September 13, right?
Is this now the
Yeah, this is now the WBO Africa.
Oh,
So now, after he defended it, now as we speak, he's ranked number 14. He's in the top 15 in the
oh,
world.
nice. Wow.
So now, being a promoter is such a big task because you have to make sure that you look for funds, and all these championship belts, they also have a period of time when you must defend it. If you don't defend it, they'll strip it because there's so many boxers in the line that really want to fight for it. So every time you become a champion, they give you 130 days, so which is already lapsed. And then I wrote them a letter to extend it while we are still looking for funds to make sure when we're gonna stage the fight. Because event like this, we have to pay the sanction fees, and after paying the sanction fees, then you have to pay flights for those officials to come here to Namibia. And also you can't just promote an event with one bout. So there should be an undercard. There's also rules and regulation with rounds that are required. So the event can only be sanctioned when it have more than 38 rounds. So if you fight 10 rounds, then you have to now to fill up the undercard with more rounds. So that's why when we look for sponsor, we look at the bigger thing, because after you pay the sanction fee, which is about $5,000 US, and then from there they give you names to select that they already approve for the opponents, because I cannot just pick and choose. So they have to make sure this boxer is qualified to fight, then you must choose now from the list. Then after you choose, then they give you the contacts for those boxers and their managers, then you give them offers. Some they say, okay, we can come to fight maybe for $3,000. Some they say we can fight for $4,000. Some they say it's up to the negotiations. Then after now the two agree, then you book the date. After you book the date, and then they sanction, then they approve the championship. Then they also appoint officials. Now, in appointing officials, when you're fighting somebody from outside the country, so they used to call something, they said there should be neutral judges. Now, neutral judges, it means if the referee is from South Africa, the two judges, one would be from Namibia, one from Zambia, one from Ghana. Then they give you contact for those officials so you can book flights for them. So all the expenses, all the cost that goes during that event, it goes to the promoter. In the same way when the country is hosting a World Cup, for example, you have to cover for all the costs. That's why you see Namibia couldn't host the African Cup of Nations. That's why we can't, because number one is requirement. So that's how actually it's working. So now those challenges, they come to us. That's why we have to come and knock to the doors and look for assistance to get sponsorship, and also ask the government to intervene to see how they can help. So this is the responsibility of the promoter, and then you also have a responsibility to take care of the fighters, to make sure they are in good shape, they train, they behave, and of course also when you get a sponsor like this, it's my responsibility to make sure that this brand does not associate with somebody who does not have discipline, because that can also cause us to lose the sponsorship, and those are our responsibilities. So it's actually a stress. So you have to wake up every day to make sure when you see any call coming to your phones or videos, you see, maybe one of my boxers involved was drinking or was drinking, because all these things we know it happens, and especially with the youth. And lucky me, I grown up with big people. So when I came in boxing, I was very young, grown up with Nesta, then when he was training my brother Hitman. So I know, I mature at early age. And then when I was following Nesta all the time, I see how he was stressing because of the fighters that were not disciplined. Sometimes we get a call, one boxer is arrested. Next time must run and pay for him to get out of jail. Then you must also trying to protect the image. Because most of the time, these young kids, they don't realize their potential. See, they have a lot of potential, but they take too long to find out that they have potential. They only find out when they lose everything. And for sport, it's very limited when it's come to age. You can't fight until you are 40. So you have to take advantage of the youth, and if you let it go away, then you miss it. So let me not have a long speech. I want to thank everybody for coming. Mr. Minyama, I know him for a very long time. So I'm very, very happy. This is actually family. When I come here, it's like I'm coming home. And that's why when I talk to him, I say, when you do something to disappoint, you are not disappointing me. You're disappointing the whole family. Because it takes courage for someone to come out and say, let's assist these people. We wrote so many proposals to many companies. Sometimes people don't even reply. Sometimes you get people, you meet them in the street, they say, give us a call. We see what you're doing. When you call, they don't pick up. But we never give up. It's all about discipline and stay consistent. And I think this, and I know this assistant will take us far. Like now he's fighting in May 2nd. And before he fight, we actually have a trip coming, because all the fights we are always sending for training camp. So we're flying to Las Vegas. That will be on the 18th of this month. So we're gonna stay there for a month for training camp. Then I will leave him there for a couple of weeks again. Then I'll come back so I can come and run around with the logistics of the event. And there's a reason why we take him there, because most of the world champions, they are from the USA, they're from the Mexican, and the training that they get there is different, and also for him to get exposure. Because most of our athletes, they don't lose because they are not good. They lose because they think those athletes are not athletes like them. But when you train there with them, you actually learn a lot, and you will be able to attend big fights. Like the fight is going to attend now on the 22nd is of Ryan Garcia with Barrios for the WBC. So all those, they give him experience, and also getting sparring from those former world champions. Like the training where we have it in Vegas with his previous training camp, he was in the camp with Manny Pacquiao. So there's so much to learn.
The Filipino.
Yes, the Filipino. So he's actually part of our team, and they help us most of the time when we are in the US, and they assist us with accommodation, with the training facility without paying. So we only cover our flights, which is the flights that they are most expensive, because from here to the States you pay probably about 30,000 per flight ticket. So it's really like a lot of work to bring fighters, and I don't just want to produce a world champion. The academy is looking at producing a role model that other young kids can look up to.
Like Muhammad Ali.
Yes. I think I'm a talker. Let me stop here. Thank you.
Very nice. All right. Thank you, Mr. Paulus. Thank you for that. It's really an inspiring story, and now I think I understand why he's called the special one. He started at 7, becoming a pro at 16, and still going strong. So now I think I know where that special one.
So we want to see him now fight. What is this guy? Anthony Joshua.
Yes, please.
Yeah, we need to work. We need to work towards that.
Yes.
But I think the big thing is sponsorship that is sustainable for a very long time. Yeah.
All right. So now moving on to the program, we now move on to addressed by the sponsor. This is going to be done by Mr. Gary Munyama on behalf of DNT and Prof. David Richard NAMWANDI. Mr. Munyama.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Sheko. I stand in for Prof. It's a very big show. He was supposed to be with us. Unfortunately, there is something that came up that he has to attend to as urgently as possible. That's why probably we also delayed, because we had a lengthy meeting that started at 8 o'clock, and I had to jump out of that meeting just to come and attend to this and say, Munyama, this is not an IUM sponsorship, and I have to state that right from the beginning. As you would see from the program, this is a David NAMWANDI Trust Fund. When we delayed, I was waiting for the personal assistant of Prof to forward us his remarks at this important event, which I have received, and I'm going to present it as it is. Now, maybe before I go into that, I would want to request Lucia. Lucia is our, what do we call it? Chief of what? Chief of
Legal affairs.
Of legal affairs. She's the head of our legal department, who is going to witness the signing. It's important when you have this type of agreements, who's going to sign as a witness. And I'm going to sign on behalf of David NAMWANDI Trust Fund. You know, Trust Fund, David NAMWANDI Trust Fund is that separate arm of Prof. NAMWANDI, and he has the right to appoint whoever to sign on his behalf. So chooses. Now, before I go to his remarks, I would want to invite Melucia to give us just a small overview of this document that we are going to sign today. Maybe what I would want to emphasize before I go in here is that we have worked with Lucia and yourself, my brother, with this document. There are two elements. One, two sides of one coin. David NAMWANDI Trust Fund has decided to sponsor the special one when he is fighting home, and also when he is going to fight outside. So these are two things. When he's fighting home, you know, Yola coming is fighting, we'll sponsor him. The contract, clarify how we are going to go about it. I know people would want to know how much is it, it's not the issue here. The issue, and then of course also when he is traveling, as you may rightly mention that he's going to fight, that also David Trust NAMWANDI, the David NAMWANDI Trust Fund will come in. You know, you cannot cover 100% and whatever, but that will discuss when he's traveling, what is it that whatever, and also the brand of the David NAMWANDI, sometimes also maybe IUM will come in here and there, because it's one thing anyway. So with those few words, I would want to give our legal advisor to, I'm sure she will say, but you finished already. But so, the floor is
Good morning, everyone. So I really don't know what Mr. Munyama wants me to say. He basically stole everything that I was supposed to say. But without getting into the specificity of the agreement, because both parties have had a chance to review it before we had agreed to come to the table for the signing. As Mr. Munyama alluded to, there are two sides. One is sponsorship for national fights as well as international fights. And we all know that this is an agreement, so both parties benefit. So the sponsorship in monetary terms comes from the David NAMWANDI Trust, but also any other added things that should Special One require, it's stated in the agreement. And as for David NAMWANDI Trust, how we may possibly benefit also, Mr. Munyama had touched on, for example, gear, what he wears when he fights, sponsoring him when he's fighting, shorts, gloves, I don't know, the normal clothing that boxers wear. And also the agreement is for a certain period, but we're not going to say that it's not renewable. So upon mutual understanding, both parties will then revert back after the expiration of the agreement and then review reports here and there, and then, because it's a partnership, the relationship has to continue. If it's beneficial, if it's not beneficial, then yeah. But other than that, it's a very short, concise agreement, but it's a very good agreement. I'm sure you've had a chance to review it as well. So yeah, we're not going to disclose amounts, we're not going to disclose anything else. Those are things that are known between the two entities, the DNT as well as AC Boxing Academy. But it's a very good agreement, and I foresee a very long relationship between the two.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Lucia, for that. Paulus, I know that when we are talking about sponsorship, many people would start thinking of doors closed. That okay, now it's only David NAMWANDI, it's closed, nobody should touch the Special One anymore. But I think we've, during our discussions, discussed that. The way it can get other whatever, ABCT and all these type of things. So we don't want to monopolize and say it's ours, and that's that's not what we mean here. I'm sure you have read the agreement. We have our limits, where do we go, what is it that we do, and all these type of things. So now when it comes to travel, for example, also it's a question of we must touch base as early as possible. What are the requirements? We are traveling when, and this is what we need when. These are the accounts. This is the way that what is it? What did you call it?
Yes.
Yes, and this is what we need from you. Your logo, whatever, when do we need it, because it has to go for print and all these type of things. So those are operational issues that we still have to discuss further. Now, allow me, colleagues, to just go straight to the remarks of the founder, and he starts as follows. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the media, distinguished guests, today we gather to witness a sponsorship that carries deep national meaning. This moment is not just a signing ceremony, it is a clear signal that Namibia is ready to elevate its champions and positions them on the global stage. Flames Nangolo, the Special One, stands before us as a true Namibian champion. On 13 September 2024, the entire nation watched him step into the ring and defeat Botswana's Stephen Pagwasi to claim the World Boxing Organization Africa Super Featherweight Championship. He delivered a performance filled with power, precision, and unshakable discipline. That night, Flames reminded us that Namibia produces athletes who rise courageously and dominate when the world is watching. But every champion, no matter how talented, rises higher when supported by a strong system.
Yeah.
Today, that support comes from DNT, the David NAMWANDI Trust Fund. DNT is not just a charity organization, it is an empowerment force, life impacting organization founded by Prof. David Richard NAMWANDI, a man whose journey continues to inspire Namibia. We all remember the moment he sat in the same boardroom last year and spoke about his humble beginning, even working at service stations. He shared his history and story with honesty and quiet strength. His journey shows us that greatness often starts with a helping hand, a push, a word of self-belief. That is exactly what today's sponsorship represents: a push, a lift, an intentional commitment to elevate Flames Nangolo so he can reach his maximum potential. DNT has been doing incredible work across Namibia, improving the quality of life of our communities and changing lives through empowerment. Late last year, among others, DNT donated to less privileged children in the Kavango region, as you would remember. Extending this mission to support Flames is a strategic decision rooted in purpose. It is a message that Namibia invests in its talent. It is a message that excellence deserves support. No one should ever be left behind. Our vision for Flames Nangolo is bold. We want to see him rise to levels beyond Floyd Mayweather. We want to watch him. We want to watch him step into major international arena as a global name, flying the Namibian flag with pride. With this sponsorship, Flames takes a step closer to that global talent. To Flames Nangolo, I would want to say, keep pushing with the same hunger and discipline that brought you this far. You carry the hopes and pride of this nation. To DNT and of course our prof that I'm standing in here today, we salute your dedication to empowerment. Your belief in Namibia talent continues to transform lives and strengthen our society. And I thank you. So that is the message.
Beautiful.
And I would want now to call on to give the floor back to our chief, Dr. Shepo, to please lead the program.
Thank you, Mr. Munyama, for that remark. We have heard the message. It's clear. So, Flame, it's up to you now.
Deliver.
Yes. All right. So back on the program. So we are now getting to the moment that we've been waiting for, which is the signing ceremony, which is going to be led by Mr. Angari Munyama and Mr. Paulus Emmanuel.
Thank you very much. As we said, we have our lawyers here, and I think we should take it from there. Today is what?
11th of February.
Just sign. Is the police?
Oh,
Yeah, just sign.
This pen is not carbon copper.
So you can use this one. Let me see.
You know the marathon date?
Yeah.
14th of March.
Initial every page.
Got it?
Okay, and then who's witnessing for himself, ne? Yeah. Let him sign. Because one copy is yours. It's the same.
Initial and sign.
No, let him find this.
Just sign right.
Hmm?
Every page.
Every page.
Initialize. Thank you. Nice and close.
Thank you. Very good. You know my birthday is 11 November, so I'm happy to sign 11.
Your birthday?
Yeah, it's 11 November.
Oh, it's like
So
me.
I'm saying, huh? You
Your
are
birthday
saying?
also 11 November.
Oh, okay. No, I'm saying this. I'm happy to sign the
Yeah,
date
also
11
November.
November.
So you must have a joint party.
Huh? Yeah, we must sponsor it.
It's me and you
It
and
should be done
and
here.
Angola.
Yeah, in Angola. And James Awara.
Yeah.
And me too, September 11th.
September
Ah.
11th. When was the
that
other one?
Didn't initial.
9/11. No, please don't go there. That was a bad day for America.
You know, when it
But-
happened,
Which one?
I was in the middle of the bush, in the middle of the Gorogoza National Park in Mozambique,
Oh.
in a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
tent.
Yeah,
In
that's
a
nice of it.
institute we have already.
Yeah, yeah.
Why these three?
It's here.
Mm.
Here. But this is initial.
Hmm?
Oh, you mean certain pieces?
No, this is here.
Oh,
You only initial this one.
Oh, okay.
May 20.
May 20, okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Now that we have the agreement signed by both parties, so let's say now from the man himself, Mr. Special One. Yeah, just on sponsorship spotlight and yes.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
I'm so happy for this moment. It's something that I'm sure is gonna change my life more easier, make my sport more, become more comfortable a little bit, just to push more harder, not to worry about anything anymore, So I'm just very much thankful. I really don't have much words to say, but I'm very much thankful for this. It's something that we've been knocking on doors ever since. And for somebody to come on board like this, it means so much. And from I'm not gonna disappoint nobody. I'm just gonna train more hard now, more hunger. It's like now you put petrol, or you put petrol now on the fire. It's burning now. So we are gonna deliver every single time.
Very good. Now I'll be watching you
Even
from now
talking
on.
will be done in the ring.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, can we just have the exchange of
Yeah, the exchange.
agreements, please? Okay.
Yes.
Put on your belt. Put on your belt. Otherwise, I'll hold it.
Just hold
You
it,
can
yeah.
hold
Yeah,
it.
just hold it.
You turn them both. Just go there. Hold it like so. No, not like so. Hold it like so.
Like this.
Try sewer. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can you move a little bit to this side? To this side. Yeah, just a bit.
I don't know how to. Yeah. Yeah, no. Watch out, Gary is trying.
That's why I'm going.
You're gonna get an uppercut.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You must come and train with us. Did you tell them about the David NAMWANDI?
You know we have
Trust. Marathon.
Yeah.
When is it?
The 14th of March.
20 kilometers.
21.
Yeah, you're 21. Eh?
21.
Yeah.
Only 21.
Hey.
No fine. I'm a trade center.
It's a 5.
There is a 10K.
10K, yeah.
KM for the high school students, but you're a professional. You
The
should go for
elders.
21.
21,
The 10 must be for high school students.
You can bring your team.
Elders.
You won't be here.
I'll bring the team, but he will not be here. I'll bring other
No,
boxers.
it's the team. Even if you stay, you will watch.
We are family.
Yeah, I think it will be a good exercise. It's you can even run there on a road, and you can do that. We have a photographer
Shall I
that
back to you?
follows.
All right. Thank
Sorry,
you.
Gary,
As as I indicated earlier, it's going to be a very short proceedings. So we are almost at the end of the program. So I would just like to give the floor to Lucia to give us the vote of thanks.
Well, good morning once again. As the director of proceedings said, my name is Lucia, and my job here today is very simple, but equally important, to extend a vote of thanks at this very special occasion. So what we witnessed here today is not just a signing ceremony, but it's a beginning of a powerful partnership between the two entities,
Mm.
which is DNT and AC Boxing Academy. And as we've heard from the address from Prof. And David NAMWANDI Trust, they are there to empower the youth.
Mm.
So they seek out talent, we sponsor them, and this just doesn't inspire us here in the country, but also internationally. So sponsoring Special One will take DNT as well as Namibia at large and AC Boxing Academy to the corners of the world. We hope that this partnership that we've cemented here today exists for many, many years to come. So to DNT, the David NAMWANDI Trust, we just want to say thank you really for the confidence and the commitment, the unwavering commitment that DNT has to empower the community and to inspire us young people and the many youth out there in the streets and also in the country. And to AC Boxing Academy, Flame, Special One, and Mr. Paulus, thank you for placing your trust in the David NAMWANDI Trust to walk this journey together, to hold hands, because it is a partnership. We're not saying AC Boxing Academy is walking on the one hand and David NAMWANDI Trust on the other hand, but we are holding hands going forward. To our media, I Am Radio, thank you for being here and for capturing this momentous occasion and documenting it. The media is the airwaves that, out of those four walls that we are in today, takes the stories to the world for them to see. And the organizers and everybody here present this morning, your presence means so much to us. So thank you for coming out, and may this partnership go a long ways, and may we see many more victories both inside the ring as well as outside of the ring. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Lucia. Yes. Before we conclude, we just have a small token of appreciation that the David NAMWANDI Trust would like to give to Special One and also to Mr. Paulus. Yes.
You see, it is said small token of appreciation. I want to emphasize that one. This is my brother. When you are running, yes, you have put on there.
Yeah.
You know, it's written behind there, David NAMWANDI Trust Fund with the emblem here. So when you have your running or whatever relaxation over the weekend or wherever, my brother, this is feel proud to put it on. Yes. Yeah, sure.
To make it a bit smaller.
Got a special bed.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. T-shirt.
You know, Lucia sent me a message that apparently she wants to accompany you to America. You on the record.
Please let me know that.
The two, they must just be ready for the bond that
Thank you. I think we have now come to the end of the program.
Thank you, my brother.
Yes. So we're done.
Thank you very much, man.
Yes.
Colleagues, all the best for the day.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.